Hey everybody, I'm gonna wait a few minutes and see if someone joins us live. I'm also going to go onto our page and share it so that everyone can see it. So if you're just joining, give me a second so I can share that. Seeing if I see any little eyeballs joining in on our video. All right, let's see. Just gonna share. No one's joined us yet. We're going, let's see. Sharing tune events. Still no eyeballs. All right. Put the TV down a little bit. So whenever you do join us, because it doesn't look like anyone's on yet, Blaine ended up having something going on tonight, and so that means it's just me and Carter right now. So no telling what's gonna happen in this video, because Carter's kind of starting to learn things within the bathroom. So I apologize ahead of time if he runs up here and asks about any of those things, or if he's just whining. Normally Blaine helps me out with that, but unfortunately he is not here right now. Oh, I see a little eye. Hey T, I miss you. All right, so I think everything is shared correctly. Tonight I am making a one-pot meal. I will be sharing the recipe a little bit later. Hey, Miss Kathy. So tonight I am making chili. And to be honest, I've made chili before, and I've just used, like, there's this little packet that I buy at the store, and it's called, it's like 5 Alarm or something like that. It's really simple, it's easy ingredients, but it's still like, it's just missing something. And at work the other day, they had a chili cook-off, and this one lady made this chili, and it was amazing. And so I've been looking for a new recipe to try that's just not just kind of chili. And so I'm trying this Pamper Chef recipe for the first time, and so we'll see how it goes. It seems really easy to make, and so you guys are going to be making that with me. First off, I have the Dutch oven rock crock. There are different sizes of the rock crock, but this is the pan that I'm going to be using tonight. And I'm just going to put some oil in there. All right, I'm out of oil right there. I'm just going to put like a tablespoon or so of oil in there and get that heating up. And get that all nice. I do want to show you guys the kitchen spritzer that I just got free through some consultant stuff that I had. And what's great about this thing is you can use olive oil or avocado oil or any kind of oil you want without all those preservatives of using the aerosol spray, which I still have in my cabinet because I just got this like a week ago. So instead of using like the aerosol spray where you have all those extra things that you can't pronounce, you can use a kitchen spritzer like this one. It's really easy. You just put the top on and you pump it to gain some of that pressure. And after you pump it, there's a little spray on there, and you just spray it like any type of aerosol spray that you would spray. And it's really neat because you can add herbs or other things in here, and you can infuse your oil. And so those who like to get extra creative in the kitchen with their spices, that's a great option. You guys will see me look at my computer a few times because I gotta follow this recipe because it's the first time that I do it. All right, so as our oil heats up, we are going to slice up an onion. Now, there are a few things, or a few ways you can slice an onion or chop up an onion. This recipe calls for the manual food processor, which looks like this. It's really cool. You have this little lock right here. You unlock it and the top comes off. You can put all your veggies inside, and you would just pump the handle and it would cut up everything. Sorry, I'm a little lopsided. My phone is, sorry y'all. Maybe that, all right. You guys might just have to deal with being kind of crooked. I'm sorry. So one thing, there we go. One thing with the manual food processor, you can like chop up all types of things. That's really cool. I'm not going to use this tonight. I was going to show it to you because I have this awesome new chopper that I also got free through some incentive things that I had. And I couldn't wait to use it because some friends of mine have theirs and they've been having them for like 20 years. And it's like, to have a product for that long and still love it, there must be something great about it. So a friend of mine let me borrow hers, and it's so neat. Like, I hate chopping onions. Like, I'll buy them frozen instead of chopping them myself because I just hate it so much. But this thing makes it so easy that I kind of have fun doing it. So I don't buy them frozen anymore. I get it fresh, which is really the best option because even the frozen things, you don't really know the process that it goes through to get there. So even though it's fresh onions, it's still better to do it yourself. So I have an onion. I'm gonna use my utility knife that I also got free. And I'm just gonna chop the sides off of the onion, and then I'm gonna cut that in half and pull off that extra piece. So when using this chopper right here, there are a lot of different things that you can use it for. I chopped up nuts in it before, really any type of vegetable. It's really easy to dice up things. So all you want to do is you want to cut up your onion or whatever you have into just some easy chunks. I had that little lid on it that I took off. This comes apart easily and it goes in the dishwasher, so it's really cool. I'm gonna pull this back so you can see it. You just stick the chunks. Let me do a small one so you guys can see that. You stick the chunks underneath and you just, wait, sorry. All you do is press the handle. And this is diced up wonderfully, like really easy. I'm gonna put this down so you guys can see a little bit more. All right. So I'm gonna dice up this onion. We're gonna throw that in the oil that we have in our rock crock. Now, like I said, the rock crock pan that I'm using right now, it is the Dutch oven size. There's also something called the everyday pan. The Dutch oven size is 4 quarts, I believe. The everyday pan is 2.5 quarts. There's also an extra large. Now what's really cool about the rock crock is that it can go on the stovetop, it can go in the oven, on the grill. It has a crock pot stand that it sits in. Right, hiya! What is it, the Cajun Ninja? I forgot what his name is on Facebook. And so it can go in the dishwasher, it can go in the freezer, it can go in all different things. Now, the friend that I borrowed her chopper from, she said she's been having hers for about like maybe 15 to 20 years, and I used it and it chops just like this one. So the blades on this thing stays sharp for a long time. I think there's also a warranty on it. See how fast, how easy. All right, so put that aside. Now what I'm placing it on top of is one of our flexible cutting mats. I love these because there's a grip so that they can grip on your counter and they don't slide. And then what's great is they're flexible, so now that I've chopped up my onion, I can go over to my pot and just dump everything right in. And very, very easy. Where is this? All right. Okay, so the recipe does not call for a bell pepper, but I'm Cajun, so I add bell pepper to everything. So I have a bell pepper here. I'm going to cut the top off, and I want to show you this other cool thing that my friend just got me. It's called a scoop loop. Now, this thing is so neat because the scoop loop, it has these little ridges on it, and you can use this to take out the seeds of jalapenos, like the smaller section. You can use a larger section to take the inside out of bell peppers, like I'm gonna do here. You just go against the wall of your bell pepper, and it just chops off all of that inside. It comes right out, very easy. You can go back with your small side and get those skinnier, more narrow sections of the bell pepper. And like, it's super clean, so great. So I'm gonna throw all that part away. Now you can also chop up your bell pepper the same as you did with your onion. I think the spoon I have for my pot right now is in the dishwasher. Give me 1 second. Yep, here it was. This is one of our new spring items. It is the teak wooden spoon. It's just so pretty. I don't think I've ever had a wooden spoon that's so pretty. So I'm gonna stir up our onions a little bit. Put that heat up some so that it can start softening. And like I said, this recipe does not have bell peppers in it, but I kind of just tend to add bell peppers to everything. Hey, Mama J. I was a little worried that nobody would be tuning in tonight because it's Friday, but I'm so glad to see that you guys are able to join. So if you're just coming in, oops, I forgot to get that one. If you're just coming in, we're making chili tonight. I'm also gonna make a like a 1 serving chocolate cake in the microwave. It takes like 3 minutes to make. I'll show you how to do that. And I'm gonna show you the whipped cream maker that I just got. It's really cool. I'm gonna show you guys that tonight. Alrighty. And our last pieces of our, I need to switch it over to the other side. See, like it dices it so fine, so easy. All right, and just like we did with the onion, you can pick up your flex mat. You can, I dropped some on the floor, sorry. You can move it around so that you can just pour it right into your pot. Real easy. The pot's taking a little while to warm up. There we go. All right, and then just to show you how simple this comes apart, it just, like 3 pieces, it goes right in your dishwasher if you're a dishwasher type person. I am, definitely, and really easy to clean up. All right, so next what I'm going to do is open up the cans that we're gonna use. So for this recipe, we used tomato paste, diced, it said fire roasted tomatoes, but if Carter eats this, I don't want it to burn his mouth, so I just got tomatoes for chili, and then we have chili beans. So our next product is the can opener. And the can opener is a lot different than some of the can openers you might have used before. One, it's simple to just pull out of your drawer instead of having to plug in something and get things going. But when we lived with our friends when we first moved to Houston, she had one of these and I could not figure out how to use it. It took me like 10 minutes and then I realized something's different about this thing. Instead of putting it on the side of your can, you're gonna put it on top of your can. What you do is you turn it right until you feel it kind of catch, and then you're gonna keep turning. And what it's doing is it's not necessarily cutting the can, it's more, I don't know how to say it, I guess like it's not attaching itself, the top is not attaching itself to the can anymore, like unsealing it. You'll feel it pop, and it's like the resistance isn't as much, and so then you will turn it the opposite way and it pops right off. Now they have these little like pincher, like bird mouth things with this button, and this is used to take the top off. Now I'm not always successful at this because my grip isn't that great, but it takes it right off. And so the top is not sharp at all, so if you have kids that want to cook with you, it's definitely safe to use because you're not going to cut yourself with it. And then you can just drop it right into, drop that top right into the garbage. So we're going to open the rest of these. So if you guys are watching, you're just coming in, we're making some chili, and I'm gonna make a little dessert, easy one-pot meal. Using the can opener. If you guys have questions about products as I'm going through, please ask because I will definitely answer. See, really easy. Drop that in the garbage. In just a minute, I'm gonna move you guys over to the stove with me. I'm gonna stir up our veggies real nice. And let's see, opening up this one. Make sure I don't lose my directions. Oh, we have another one. Hello, who just joined us, whoever joined us, shout out. Say hello. I think I already went around on this one. So far we've seen the scoop loop, we've seen the manual food processor, the can opener, and the rock crock, and the teak wooden spoon. So going around, this is the last one. All right. And you'll see it fits all can sizes. I'm not exactly sure where Carter went. If you are just joining us and you didn't hear my apology before, Blaine had something come up and he is not here to help me watch Carter as this goes on. So as long as he's not in the bathroom, I think we're okay. Carter! Oh, he's on the couch watching some Mickey Mouse. All right. I have to go around this one a few times because I can never tell if I really catch the little ones or not. I don't do a good job at the little ones. I keep going thinking that it caught on and it really didn't. Hey babe, you're watching while you're playing bowling? All right. Okay, so we're gonna take this topper off and we have our tomato paste. Okay, so next up what we're gonna do is we are going to brown some ground meat. I'm gonna bring you over here. I'm cooking some chili tonight for some chili fritos. I might have to add another, hopefully you guys can hear me. I'm gonna put the fan half on, take up some of the smoke and put another pan. All right, I'm gonna put another pan so you guys can see what is going on here. Sorry, this adjustment is not working how I planned. Okay. If I can get you guys to stay. Stay! Okay, got a little crooked, but we're staying here. Okay, so we have some onions, we have some bell pepper in here. What we're gonna do is put some ground meat. Now, one little thing I like to do, I buy ground meat in bulk, and then I freeze them in freezer bags, and I flatten them out so they fit better in your freezer. But then when you need to defrost them after a long day at work, they're a lot easier to defrost. Like, I took these out of the freezer like about 40 minutes ago, and I just ran them under some water, and because they were flat, they defrosted a lot easier. Now I'm going to show you something called a mix and chop. This little tool, when I first saw it, I was like, I don't know what this thing's supposed to do. It looks like a fan, but not. And so what you're going to do with this is it helps you mix up your ground meat and chop it at the same time, so there's no more hacking away at your ground meat with a spoon. All you have to do is go in with the mix and chop and you twist, and it breaks apart your ground meat very, very easy. So we're gonna bring that heat up a little bit. It breaks it apart very easy, and then you're not constantly hacking away at it. So like, this is already pulled apart, very simple. Just knock it on the sides, and while it browns, it's just gonna stay that simple. Now, while this is browning, I wanted to show you one of the new design products that they have, which is our utensil holder. And I'm gonna move this way so you guys can see it a little bit better. So we have this utensil holder while that's browning, and what's great about this thing is that, one, it goes around in a circle, but the inside actually pulls out to a smaller one. We have all different compartments, and then my favorite part about this is there is a spoon rest. So how cool is that? You can pull that spoon rest right out, and then you have something to put your spoon on while you're cooking. So very, very easy. And very convenient for all the things that you need. You can tell, like, I'm holding a lot of different things here. I also hold my garlic press in there. I hold the mix and chop. I have another one right here that belongs to my friend I need to give back. All different types of spatulas, my little silicone brush, tongs, all different types of tools can fit in this nice little, I forgot the technical term for it, but it's like a little spoon carrier holder. All right, I'm gonna turn you back to the ground meat. So this is browning right now. While it's browning, we also want to add some garlic. And so I'm gonna show you the garlic press. What's great about the garlic press is that you don't have to peel your garlic. So I tell all of my parties that I do live shows in that I was such a terrible cook before, and probably still sometimes am, that I thought that this entire bulb was a clove. And so my sister taught me that this is actually called a bulb. So if a recipe calls for 3 cloves of garlic, you take 3 individual cloves off of the bulb, and it's not going to taste terrible, versus if I had 3 full bulbs. And so we are browning our ground meat real simple with our mix and chop and our rock crock, and we are going to take 3 cloves of garlic off of our bulb. I am not peeling them, I'm taking them right off of the bulb. Now, this is our garlic press, and what's great about the garlic press is I can take one of these cloves, I could just put it right in, I didn't even peel it, and I'm just going to squeeze it right into my pot. Very easy. You can scrape the rest of it off. Now, on the inside, you are gonna have that peeling left. Now, sometimes it gets stuck to the top, sometimes you can just pull it out yourself, real easy. But if you can't, they have this nice little tool that helps you pull it out. And it fits right into the press so that you don't have any problem with it. So I'm gonna do 2 more. That was a really big clove. Take some of that off. What's also amazing about this thing is that Goes right into the dishwasher. And this is a big one. So please, if you have questions while I'm cooking, do not hesitate to ask. I am here to answer all your questions. I'm making a one-pot meal from our one-pot series, and it is chili. Doing a little twist on chili. And this recipe, I'll tell you, well, I'll post it a little later. There's like an extra ingredient that I did not know goes in chili. So when we get to that point, I'm gonna point that out to you, because if anyone's ever put this ingredient in their chili before, I want to know, because I've never heard of it before. All right, so we're browning that ground meat. It's almost done. I don't know if you guys can see it with this steam coming off my pot. Trying to get y'all set. All right. And again, this rock crock, it comes in it comes in multiple sizes, but this size is the Dutch oven. Oh no! I dropped y'all! I'm so sorry. You fell off of the pan, off the stand, my phone stand. I don't have a high enough stand to put y'all on. I have you on like a tripod, but it's not high enough to see inside the pot, so I put you on top of a cake pan and you fell over. All right. Baby, it's hot. Hi. You want to say everybody hi? You want to say hi? Say hi. Carter would tell you guys hi. All right. So this is brown. I'm going to drain it really fast and then bring it back on. Take that spoon rest out and put it back. All right, so if you guys have questions, please ask your questions so that I can answer them for you. All right. I left you for a second. Coming back for you. Sorry, y'all seem a little scattered. It has been a crazy, crazy day. Okay, so I'm going to add all of those lovely cans of tomatoes and all of that into our chili. Now it calls for like 1.5 cans of the tomatoes, and I'm just gonna do 2 cans. I'm not gonna measure it out and then waste some of it. And then it calls for 2 cans of the beans, but I'm not a huge bean eater, so I'm only doing 1. So you can really like alter these recipes as best as you feel. One thing I can't stand about tomato paste is trying to get it out of the can, like it doesn't come out. And so we have this little mini scraper that works perfect for that. It's really simple, just get it out of the can. Everything that you need right out of there, and then you can scrape it off onto your pan itself and no problem. All right, so I'm putting all of my cans in the garbage. We're gonna mix all of that up. I lost my recipe. Here we go. All right, we're gonna mix all of this up with our lovely teak spoon. And so, all right. Now, we need some seasoning, of course, so our next step is to add some seasoning. Another thing I did was I did add a little more meat because I'd rather a meaty chili than one that's too saucy. So we added that in there, and the other ingredient that we need is some beef broth. Now our beef broth, I'm going to measure with this measuring cup that I have. That's very easy to use. There's a liquid side, and then there's also a dry side. If you've ever wanted to do something that's dry, you just push this part down, and there are numbers on this side for dry, and then when you want liquid, you make sure it's all the way on the other side, and the blue is everything for liquid. And for the beef broth, we need let's see how much, 1.5 cups. This is the 2 cup. So we're gonna put 1.5 cups in there. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong side. Of beef broth. So that's something I've actually never put in a chili, but I've kind of heard of it before. So that's not the weird thing that I thought was interesting. That's coming up soon. All right, so we have some beef broth, and then we have our seasonings. The first thing we have is chili powder. Of course, everyone knows that chili has chili powder in it, and we're gonna put 3 tablespoons of chili powder. Now, the measuring spoons that I'm using are also Pampered Chef. I really like them because they lock together and they go in your drawer very easily, and you can find them all. Yes, baby. I had measuring spoons before that were hard to find in my drawer because they get all mixed up. I'm sorry, y'all. He wants me to put a game on for him. All right, buddy. You locked it out. You're gonna have to wait 10 seconds. Okay, I'm gonna get you Minnie Mouse. I'm sorry, y'all. Give me 1 second. Okay, look, Minnie Mouse. Minnie Mouse, there you go. Or do you want the game, Minnie Mouse? Okay, Mommy's doing a video, baby. I'm sorry. Bear with me, guys. This is real life, though, because I'd be cooking and he'd come in here crying. We let that chili simmer just a little bit more. Okay, baby, I'm not sure how to get to that part. Okay, there you go. There you go. All right, so we're gonna do 3 tablespoons of chili powder. 1, 2, 3. The other thing we're gonna put in here is some cumin, I believe is how it's pronounced. And that's definitely something that I've heard before. So we need 2.5 tablespoons of cumin. So we're gonna use our half. Okay. Well, first let's do 2. Let me make sure that that's tablespoons and not teaspoons, because that would be catastrophic. Oh, I'm glad I looked, because guess what? It's teaspoons, not tablespoons. Still learning this whole cooking thing, you guys. Okay, so we have 1, 2.5 cumin. Now, this is the part that I've never heard of before. Cocoa powder. Has anyone ever put cocoa powder in their chili? Because I have never heard of cocoa powder in chili. Please tell me if that is like something that's normal that I just don't know about. But I've never heard of cocoa powder in chili. All right, so we're gonna have that. And it's like 1.5 tablespoons. I'm gonna rinse this off real quick. So we have 1.5 tablespoons of cocoa powder. Like, I have never heard of that before, but hey, I'm gonna go with it. I'm just gonna trust this recipe because I've never done the recipe before and I wanted something different. I said I wanted to try something different, and I guess cocoa powder is the way to go because I have never heard of cocoa powder before in a chili. But I mean, this chili looks nice. It's dark and looks good. We need some salt. I'm not measuring the salt. I kind of just eyeball the salt. And then It does not call for cayenne, but I'm gonna put a little bit of cayenne pepper just because I didn't use the fire roasted tomatoes. So essentially this is, oh, that's new to you too, Mama J? Okay, good. Because I thought maybe I was going crazy when I saw that. But this is pretty much, it just needs to simmer for 15 minutes and this is gonna be done. So really easy, everything is in one pot. It's easy weekday. Now I'm talking a lot in between as I do things, so it takes a little bit longer, but really 35 minutes for everything is what it would take. All right, baby, look, here's Minnie. Okay, okay. All right, let's put the game on for you then. Okay. He calls Mickey Mouse hot dog, so if you hear him screaming hot dog, that's why. All right, look, buddy. Okay, go watch it. Okay, so we are going to put the lid on top of here, and we're gonna let that simmer for about 15 minutes. But you guys don't have to stick with me for 15 minutes. What I'm gonna do is bring you over here. I'm gonna put a new Mickey Mouse on the TV for Carter so that he can go watch it. Look, baby, Mickey Mouse is on screen. And I am going to make a very simple chocolate cake in this ceramic egg maker. Now I also just got this. I've only used it like once or twice. I'm not a huge egg eater. Something about them, I only really eat them like on a breakfast sandwich. But what you can do is make muffins in this thing. You can make small little cakes like I'm gonna do tonight. And it's very simple and it only takes a few ingredients. So while our chili simmers, if you want to stick around for a little bit, I'm going to make well, not an egg cake. I'm going to make a chocolate cake in the egg ceramic maker. I'm sorry, y'all. Like I said, it's been a long day. I see about 280 kids in one day, and it's Friday, and it's almost the end of school, and kids are going crazy, so I'm sorry if I'm a little scattered. All right, so the first thing we're going to need is 1/4 of a cup of chocolate chips, and this is a gluten-free, flourless chocolate cake. And so if you are gluten-free, this is a great recipe to try. I'm going to use the other version of our measuring cup, just like the larger 2 cup. This is the 1 cup, and what's really cool about this one is it also has tablespoons that you can measure, so it makes it very simple. We're going to have 1/4 of a cup of chocolate chips. All right, buddy. All right. So we're going to put those chocolate chips in there, and then we're also going to put some milk. I'm going to grab the milk real fast. And we need 1 tablespoon of milk. And so since this one is smaller, you can use the side that's for tablespoons and do just 1 tablespoon of milk, which I just discovered on this thing the other night when I made this cake. And so I was like, that is so awesome, because I don't want to have to use all kind of extra stuff. All right, so we're gonna put the milk and the chocolate chips in here. We're gonna keep the lid off, and we're gonna put it in the microwave, uncovered for 30 seconds. All right, buddy, all right. All right, all right. Okay. I'm not exactly sure what game you like to play. I'm sorry, y'all. This would be a lot easier if someone else was here with me. All right, look, here's your games. You can choose what game you want. Go watch Hot Dog. Go watch Hot Dog. No. And go eat your Fruit Loops. No. All right, so, oh, that's already finished. So we have our melted chocolate chips and some milk. I'm gonna clean off our spatula that we used for the tomato paste real fast so that we can use it again. Because what I like about this mini scraper is that it's the perfect size to mix up anything in this ceramic egg maker. Please, if you have questions, ask them. I can see your comments, so even if you have a comment and you'd like to know anything specific. So we are going to mix that up until it's smooth. After that, we're gonna add some cocoa powder and an egg yolk. And put it back in the microwave, and that is all that is in this little cake. I'm gonna show you how easy. All right, we're gonna put that right there. Take our cocoa powder back from when we used it in the chili, which again, I never heard of before, and we're gonna put a half a teaspoon. Yes, a half a tablespoon, sorry. We're gonna do a half a tablespoon in there. And an egg yolk. Now for egg yolks, the best thing I've ever really did for an egg yolk is the whole go back and forth within the shell thing. But if I have seen a video where you put the egg in a bowl and you use a water bottle and you suck it out, which seems very simple, but when I tried it, it did not work as simple. So I'm gonna go back and forth in the eggshell. I'm gonna drop that in there. And we're gonna mix that up and put it back in the microwave. We're making a small little dessert. I'm usually, well, Carter will eat dessert too, but I try not to give him too many things. And he's allergic to dairy and eggs, so it's hard for him. But Blaine's not a huge sweet eater, and so a lot of times I make things and we have all kind of extra, but this is perfect because I can make a one little serving chocolate cake, and it's perfect to go with my dinner. All right, so I'm gonna put this back in the microwave, uncovered for 45 seconds. Put this down a little bit. Stir my chili. It smells good. It doesn't smell like chocolate, so I guess it's doing just fine. All right, and then on top of our cake, we're going to have some whipped cream. And so whipped cream, I've always made in my KitchenAid mixer, but if I ever needed just a small amount, they have this new thing that Pampered Chef makes called a whipped cream maker. And you put your ingredients in here and you just pump them up and it makes whipped cream. And so there was a party that I was in as a guest before I ever decided to make Pampered Chef. Put it 10 more seconds. And she used this thing and I was like, oh my goodness, that's the coolest thing ever. So we are going to pour some heavy whipping cream. And we are going to make some whipped cream to put on top of our cake. All right, there is a line in here that I believe is 1 cup. So we're gonna just try that out. We're gonna put one cup, which is up to that line. And then we are also going to put a tablespoon of powdered sugar. And then some vanilla. And we're gonna make some whipped cream. So a tablespoon of powdered sugar. We're gonna put a little bit of vanilla. If I have vanilla, we might not, oh yeah, I do. I have to say, I normally have vanilla. So I'm gonna put a little bit of vanilla. And then we are going to make some whipped cream. It only takes about 30 seconds. You put the lid on and you just pump it up and down. Oops, I'm pumping it too much, I'm making a mess. you'll start to feel some resistance. Maybe I shouldn't have put it up to that line. I should have measured 1 cup. Oh, I can feel it resisting now. It gets kind of harder to pump it up and down. And then we're gonna take the top off. Oh, it's not ready. Let me pump it a little bit more. You can see it getting thicker though. This will definitely give you some muscles. All right. This can also be used to make your own butter. You can make your own flavored butters, like with lemon and those fancy restaurants put other things in there, like herbs. And then you can make really fluffy scrambled eggs. So I have whipped cream here. It's a soft whipped cream right now because I need to pump it a little bit more, but it's delicious. Delicious whipped cream. If I was making this for other people, I wouldn't put my finger in there, but it's just for me. All right, so let's check that cake. I made a mess whenever I pumped the first time. Got all over the place. Did it too hard. All right. Okay, so this cake is done. I'm gonna pop it out for you to see. And let me use my little scraper. Well, I'm just gonna use a knife to get it off of the sides. We'll pop it out. It's stuck in there. When I did this the other night, it fell right out. Sorry guys. Come on. It won't come out. Oh, I just broke it apart. I'm sorry, y'all. It's not gonna be pretty. There we go. It's not very pretty because I broke it whenever I did that. But it's the perfect little serving of chocolate cake, put a little bit of whipped cream on top, and that makes a yummy dessert. You can put fresh berries with it. Who said you can't have dessert before dinner? Really good. Because that's a flourless cake, it makes it like really rich with those chocolate chips. It kind of tastes like one of those lava cakes. It's really good. I shouldn't eat that whole thing for dinner. I'm not going to eat. All right, so I'm going to show you what the chili looks like before I go because it is pretty much finished. Now I'm just going to hold this so you can see it. I might let it simmer for another 5 minutes or so. But if you like a less watery chili, you can definitely put less broth in it. Put more of a tomato sauce to make it thicker. You can even make a little cornstarch slurry and put that in there. But this chili is pretty much done, and I know I am hungry. So I am going to make a bowl, and I'm gonna make some chili Fritos with it. And you can see we have all our nice veggies and meat and beans all in this one nice pot. So thank you guys for joining me tonight and for enduring my child who wants mommy's attention. And I hope you guys have a great night, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the party. If you have any questions about hosting a party yourself to earn free products, please do not hesitate to ask me any questions. I've had hosts earn hundreds of dollars in free Pamper Chef products and through Facebook. So if you would like any more information on that, or if you want more information on ordering yourself for anything that you might have saw here tonight, or something that you've seen on the catalog that you have more questions about, I can definitely do that. I can do a demonstration and repost it in the video, in the party, whatever is best for you if you have any questions. So thank you guys for joining, and love y'all. Y'all have a great night. Bye.